What's up everyone, welcome back. So I had a request to show some succulents that are beginner friendly and that they are in a rosette form. Like for example, echeverrias are ideally the succulents that are in a rosette form, but we also have graptovarias as well. But the main issue is the environment and climate, and hence I cannot offer you the different varieties of echeverria, because as you mentioned that the humidity levels in your location is 81%, which is very high for echeverrias. Echeverrias prefer dry and cooler environment. Like in my city, the humidity levels are very low during the daytime. It's around 50%, and at times it can even drop down to 20% during the summers. So the environment is very dry, but during the night time the humidity levels can shoot up to 90%. So succulents, most of them, I would say around 80 to 90% of the succulents prefer a daytime that is dry and nighttime that is humid. But as you mentioned, it is 81%, it is going to be very high. So most of the hybrid echeverrias are going to be very difficult for you to handle. So I can't offer you these echeverrias. They are going to be a task to take care. In fact, I can't even offer succulents to my own people in my country, because the environment tends to change drastically as you move from one city to another. Like in my city, as I mentioned, the temperatures during summers, even in peak summers, will not rise above 36 degrees Celsius, whereas in the north part of my country like Delhi, the temperatures can rise up to 40 degrees Celsius all the way to 45 degrees Celsius. So I can't even advise succulents to my own people, because the environment tends to change. 50% is our care and 50% is the environment. So if the environment is not up to the mark for our echeverrias, they are not going to survive. No matter how much of care you provide to them, it is not going to work, because the outdoor environment is not suitable. So all these hybrids are not going to survive with 81% of humidity. But what I can offer is, I'm going to put some succulents on the screen. Probably you can try with them. Starting off with a rosette shaped echeverria, which is Echeverria rubra. Quite easy, quite resilient, and it works out really well. Probably this succulent might work out in your environment. Then I will move on to graptovarias, because graptovarias are quite hardy from the information what I have received from other people that grow their succulents in very high temperature. The first one is Graptovaria marpin. Graptovaria marpin can handle quite a high temperature as well, around 40-45 degrees Celsius as well. So you can try getting a Graptovaria marpin. It is also in a rosette shape, looks absolutely stunning. Then I can offer you Graptopetalum purple delight, which again is in a rosette shape, can handle a slightly higher temperature, even a little bit higher humidity levels as well. Then we have Graptopetalum ghosty, which is an all-time favorite for a lot of beginners, does not require a lot of care. Then we have Graptosedum Francisco baldi, which is not a typical rosette shaped succulent, but tends to grow like a trailing succulent, which is going to be very easy, especially if you are a beginner. And then of course we have Crassula campfire. These are not going to be in a rosette shape. So you have Crassula campfire, you have the Sedum adolphi. You can even go with Graptovaria Fred Ives. These are extremely easy for beginners, so you can definitely try with Graptovaria Fred Ives. They tend to also trail once they start to mature. They don't have a typical rosette shape. They are more like a lotus shaped succulent. So if you can try, and these are readily available in a lot of local nurseries, so you can probably check them out in your local nursery, or you can check them out online, because these are very common. The ones that I've mentioned are very common succulents, so you can probably find them in your local nursery. Now of course there are more rosette shaped succulents, but I can't offer you these because these are agoides. This one is a hybrid of the black rose echeverria. I can't even tell you to try these succulents because these will not handle 81% of humidity. They will start to rot, and especially I'm sure during summers with high humidity, you might also experience high temperature. So your aguides are not going to survive with high humidity and high heat. So I can't even tell you to try these because they are not going to work out. So it's better that you don't get into aguides because they are not going to survive, though they are one of the succulents that are completely rosette shaped. Again, this is another rosette shaped succulent, which is an echeveria. Not very sure about the exact ID. Even these are going to be very tough with high humidity. So you are going to have very less option unless you are planning to grow them indoor under a grow light, because inside the house the humidity might not be that high, temperatures might not be that high, but the only issue is light. So you'll have to get a good quality of grow light, and then you can probably increase your collection. But outdoors it's going to be very tough. Even these aguides, this is a echeveria fire pillar, which is again needs dry climate, not a lot of humidity. Another important thing what I would suggest is people who are from a very high humid environment, please do not use coco peat. You will rot your succulents. People do grow succulents in coco peat, but they have a very dry environment, very dry climate. Probably people who are in a very high altitude or mountainous area can grow succulents in coco peat, but I wouldn't advise you, because even I am from a dry climate, I can use coco peat, but the issue with coco peat is, secondly, from my experience, what I have seen is, because I tend to use coco peat for leaf propagation, and I have noticed that coco peat tends to attract a lot of mealybugs. And I have seen some sellers, because most of my sellers are from the northeast part of India, so it's more like a mountainous area. They tend to grow it in leaf mold or sometimes in coco peat, and it works out well for them because their environment is very dry. But what I've heard is, so they often have issues with mealybugs. So if I want, I can use coco peat, but I'm not going to do that because my soil mix is working out really well. I don't have issues with mealybugs, so I do not want to unnecessarily invite trouble when things are working out really well. Why would I want to use coco peat? My soil mix is working fantastic. I do not have any issues with the mealybugs, because once these pests tend to attack your plants, it is extremely difficult to get rid of them. So you do not want to invite them into your garden. So for me, my soil mix has been working out really well. It took me around 3 to 4 years to figure out the soil mix, and today things are working out really well. So I will definitely not use coco peat, because when I use coco peat for my leaf propagation, I have seen how mealybugs tend to attack. So these are the succulents that you can try with, especially if you're a beginner. And I've mentioned this a lot of times. If you are a beginner, do not rush with a large collection. Start off with 1 or 2 succulents, because it is going to be very difficult for you to handle if you have 40 succulents in one go. Because again, graptovarias, echeverias, crassulas, sedivarias, patchophytums, chubby succulents, thin-leaved succulents, they all will have a very different watering needs, sunlight needs. So if you are buying 40 succulents in one go, if you are a beginner, it is going to be a mess. You are going to have a hard time to figure out which succulent needs what. So always start with 1 or 2 succulents, or maximum 3 to 4 succulents, and understand them. It takes nearly 1 year to understand succulents, because you have to go through all the seasons to understand what are the requirements, and then once you gain a good amount of experience, you can start increasing your collection. Do not hurry with your succulent collection in one go. So that's it for today, guys. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please hit the like button, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe, and keep planting.